Middle 3. Middle 4, 2 outside, 1 down bottom. Right, lock down. Kyle, talk to me, okay? Oh! Alright, you alright? 38 got turned outside and clipped your right rear. Take your time here, catch your breath. They'll come pick you up.
All right, Chuck gave me the finger, and I can... Not that finger.
Yeah, not that finger.
Good finger.
A finger.
Point like talking.
Grant in finger. No.
Grant finger.
Stank finger.
That was Larson's turnover. From what you could tell, his antenna got ripped off.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised anything would have been intact on that car.
Yeah.
He flipped like 6 or 7 times.
It was large.
It was
the fact
crazy.
that there was audio from it at all, and you can hear him. You can listen. You can hear him. He's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I had no idea he flipped until we got back around, and I was like, "What in the hell happened to that thing?" It looked like bomb exploded it or something. It was crazy.
Well, where are we right now? If you're watching on YouTube,
I have no idea.
You will see luscious green space.
Yeah.
Some flowers, some trees. If you're listening on iTunes, we will describe it for you as we look at a lovely white building, whitewashed building.
Some golf courses.
Some courses.
We're
a lot
Quail
of
Hollow.
khakis.
Yeah.
There's a lot of khakis out there.
Yeah, we're at the Wells Fargo Championship. It's a PGA Tour event at Quail Hollow
It's
Country
beautiful
Club.
out here.
Yeah, it
Charlotte.
is.
Yeah.
I've actually, in all my 10 or 11 years living in Charlotte, have never been to this course or the tournament.
I think the last time I was at this course, I might have been 5.
Well, usually
I grew up right around here.
Yeah, usually we're working.
Yeah.
But we're here on the Pro-Am day, so it makes it a little bit easier on our schedule. And usually it's way hotter.
Yeah.
And I just am like, oh, do I really want to go stand in the heat? But today is
It's nice.
perfect.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Chamber of Commerce weather, as they like to say.
I really wish that I had gotten to play this course in high school, because we played a lot of the nice courses around town.
But just not this.
Full free.
Full free.
That was
Full
the
free.
beauty of high school golf.
You play full free?
You play full free.
I don't think they would want high schoolers
No.
here.
Well, they didn't have the tournament back then,
Yeah.
because that was in the 90s.
Way back in the day. When did this tournament start?
I believe it was the early to mid 2000s.
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
nice place. The finer things in life.
Yes.
Golf courses.
They gave us a really, really nice setup, though.
Yeah.
Like we
They
can see the putting green.
Give us shade.
Shade. There's a fan, even though we don't really need them today
Yeah,
because
it's just
so
circulating air.
nice.
2003.
2003.
Okay.
So it was the year after I graduated from high school that
Wow.
they started doing this.
Typical.
So they're probably
I
getting
mean,
the
do you
course ready,
think-
so they're like, we're not going to have those high schoolers down here.
Right.
No.
Because South Mech, one of the high schools,
Do you
is right
think that
across
they
the
let
street.
high schoolers come here anyway? I
Hey,
thought this was a very
Myers
exclusive.
Myers Park Country Club,
Yeah.
another exclusive country club. It's right across the street from Myers Park High
Yeah.
School. That was their home course. The only reason we didn't get to play that one is they were renovating the course.
It's probably
when,
pretty
you know,
cool as a high schooler to be like, yeah, we played a
Yeah.
course where a PGA comes.
Ours was Paw Creek and then Sunset Hills, which are
Okay.
municipal courses out on the west side of town.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just noticed that you were wearing a West Charlotte
My
golf
West
hat.
Charlotte golf
yeah,
hat. Yeah, Yeah.
I've been seeing your face all afternoon, and I just
Yeah.
noticed that you were sporting
Well,
that.
see, this is the beginning of the podcast.
I know, I didn't
So
wanna
you're
say
just
that.
noticing it as
But-
we sit down to do the podcast.
Yeah, I'm just saying I've been with you all
Yeah.
afternoon. You don't know
Yeah.
if we were recording before this. You have no idea.
The beauties of
Recorded.
Post.
recording now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post,
Yeah.
not live. Well, like you said, it's Pro-Am Day.
Yeah.
And we have a couple AMs, I think, that are going to join us here in a second.
And
Yeah.
some pros.
And some
Well,
pros.
and some pros.
Yeah.
But the AMs
definitely a lot of AMs.
The
are from
AMs are up
the
first. The AMs are from
NASCAR.
the NASCAR side.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to bring
Let's check.
Larson
Yeah.
and Ricky, I think, are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're here. So let's go to that.
Our new guests, our first guests. I
First
guess. Ricky and Larson. You guys just got done playing. How'd it go?
It went good.
Yeah?
We had a solid team effort today.
So it was you two, Denny, and then a pro.
Harold Varner the
Harold
third.
Varner. I think
The
we're getting
third.
the third.
Yes.
Not a junior.
No.
That's a proud family name.
Yeah. His dad was out there walking around with us, too.
Nice.
It was cool.
Junior was
Yeah.
walking
Junior
around.
was walking around.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
We saw Ricky Fowler out there earlier. Have people been yelling his name and you turn because you think that they're yelling?
No, nobody's calling me Ricky Fowler.
But if people are like, Ricky,
He's way better
do you
looking
look?
than I
Do you
am.
look though? Just out
No.
of
Now, I did get a lot of Kyles out there.
Did you?
Well, a couple.
Huh.
Maybe not a lot like we do at the track, but
Really, I didn't
They're
get
like-
any Rickies.
they're
Normally
like-
on a weekend I get a Ricky once or
Yeah.
twice.
I just keep walking, so they're like,
Yeah.
man, they're pissed off at Kyle.
Yeah.
It make me look bad.
Yeah.
That's what I get. I get chased
Next-
a lot. And
I
I'll-
get chased too.
Yeah, I'll just look at the person and give
Kyle
them a stink eye
actually
and
gets
walk
a
away.
lot of people, I feel
Yeah.
like.
I had one recently. I was like, no. Oh, I don't. I did kind of have a mustache the other day.
Kind of.
I was at Toast before we flew out in the morning, and the waiter came up. He's like, Daniel Suarez.
Stop.
I was like, no.
That's crazy to me. Because none of y'all look anything alike, in my
It's
opinion.
worse when we're in our fire suits.
It is worse when
Yeah,
I would
I get
feel like
Ricky
it'd be
Locks. I
better.
wear blue.
Yeah, when we both wear blue, it's like
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like I get the chase thing a lot when I'm in my suit, and I just sign over his face, and I just turn my belt up. I'm like, look at that next time.
yeah, or just look at my sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have thought the fire suit would have been easier to pick out
Right?
who it is
Yeah.
because, I mean, that's like you're wearing your uniform.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't know.
I
Weird.
think they don't mix Kyle and I up because like if I have my boots on and he's
Yeah.
got his Vans on, then they're like, oh, that's Kyle.
So have you guys been to Quail Hollow before?
Yeah, Kyle played in this last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I played in this last year, and then I did. Jimmy does his charity tournament here,
Okay.
so I played in that as well. But
I've only played in Jimmy's charity tournament here.
yeah, this is awesome though. Getting to play in front of fans and stuff, you actually feel like you're a golfer
Yeah.
and
It's so cool.
semi-professional. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, and it's
They
like,
clap for you. You make a
Yeah.
good
Did
shot.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Did
mean,
you get the roar or was it just a clap?
No, just some claps.
You would have
too.
got a roar if you would have chipped that one in on the par
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
It hit the pin. Or hit the hole.
Ooh.
But no, the coolest thing about this is being able to come out, kind of obviously play with a pro and, you know, be amazed at how they hit it and realize that's why we drive race cars for a living and play golf for fun. But I think the coolest thing is being on the course when it's tournament ready. Like
Yeah.
the tournament starts tomorrow. We get to play on it today.
Feel what the
And
greens are like.
yeah, I mean that's like going to Knoxville Nationals and racing the track that's set up to race that
Be like
night. Like it's,
guys racing the Chili Bowl.
yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like we get to come out here and experience it. Now we don't. Luckily for us, have to tee off from the same tees they do.
Okay, so where are y'all teeing off from versus where they're
And
teeing?
We're
just a
way
little-
up.
Just a little up.
Like the women's?
We no. We
No,
played
no,
shorter
no.
than we normally play though. It felt
we,
like
we generally just say play 65
5.
to 6,500 yards. I bet today was like 6,400, 63 and a half.
But
or
it
something.
makes a big difference. It feels
on
way
this
shorter.
course it makes a big difference.
So are the greens, if it's tournament ready, like
Fast.
are they really fast?
They're
A lot
fast,
faster
but the
than a
biggest thing
normal
is they
golf
just roll like straight.
pure.
Yeah.
Like you go to a local golf course and it'd be like bumpy and your ball is like
Yeah.
not tracking where you
course. Yeah.
want
Yeah.
it.
But it was cool between our group. Well, even just with Denny, Kyle, and I, we had
15 under.
7 or 8 birdies between us
Yeah.
without our strokes or anything that we get for the
We
the
each
golf
had
tournament.
2, or did anybody have?
I think we each had 2.
Yeah, so 6 birdies.
6 between us. Yeah.
Is that like a best ball thing going
Yeah.
on?
Captain's choice?
It's
do you play around?
the best net. So like we all play our own ball,
Yeah.
and like if Kyle birdies, then we'll use his ball. Or
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I
So like
mean?
okay.
one of the holes I birdied, I got a stroke, so it was like a birdie net eagle, which
yeah,
really
so
helped
it was a
our
3
team.
for a 2.
Huh. Okay. So
And-
you have your
but
handicaps
everybody,
already set up.
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's got their handicap. So
Yeah,
but,
like they ask for our handicap before we get here, a couple weeks, so they can get scorecards and all that ready
Yeah.
with our strokes and everything.
Huh.
It's pretty cool.
Do you know anybody
yeah.
else that are on any of the other Pro-Am teams?
Joey Chitwood's out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he teed off right,
Right before us.
And then
That's it.
that's all that I know of.
I saw Roy Williams and Mac Brown are here.
I've seen some
I
of
did
those
see those.
signatures.
There's Ron Rivera, I think, is playing.
Okay.
I saw Greg Olson's playing.
Yeah. So-
Nice.
One of them had, I want to say, McCaffrey was on the bag for
I
somebody.
think Luke was on the
Luke
bag
was on the
for,
bag.
Probably-
for Olson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I'll have to break my gloves out and play next year. Maybe I'll
was
be a
gonna say,
caddy
I mean-
for you guys
Caddy.
next
A
year.
caddy,
you go.
yeah, be a caddy.
You've got the pants for it.
You can
I
caddy
appreciate
and just
that.
drink beer all day.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is allowed.
Can I bring?
Really?
I'll bring 2 bags. One golf bag, and then the other one will just
Just
be
No,
for
roll-
the beer.
roll you a
there's
Yeti
freshies
on the
around
course.
Well, I
okay.
think the NASCAR bag that we have right there at the front of the set is a cooler bag.
Oh,
So,
Oh, really?
It's probably available for
Feels like it would be.
for purchase on NASCAR.com Superstore.
Wow, you worked that in.
Yeah,
nicely.
I tried to. I stumbled through it.
I was not
Yeah.
aware we even had golf gear, so
They come up
yay
with everything.
NASCAR.
Tees
Yeah, they
and
do.
balls.
That's good. Well,
Tees,
Hey, is this
balls,
the first
bags,
time
coolers.
that y'all have done a show like at a golf course?
Yeah.
Anywhere outside
yeah.
the studio?
No, we've done stuff outside
Yeah.
the studio. We just have never been on a golf course. I've actually never been to Quail Hollow
Really?
I mean,
in
yeah.
all like 10 years
You'd
I've lived
think.
here.
It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
When you're
huh?
Miss Sprint Cup, they would
You
have
would
had you out here.
think like at a tee or something, but
Yeah.
Just like this is the Tale of Two podcast. Last Saturday, we were in the infield at Talladega with Portnoy on from Barstool.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
And now we're in a clubhouse
Chill.
at a golf course at a country club. I feel like
it's so
we need
relaxing
to. Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
well, the weather's perfect.
Yeah.
You were talking about Blaney's pants. Did you guys put a lot of thought into your outfits
Denny
for this
did.
week?
No.
Denny did.
These shorts are 4 years old, 5
Okay.
years old.
I
so-
wore this outfit in Florida last week, and I was like, you know what? It looks good. I'm just going to wear it again.
Felt
I like
good.
the shirt.
Felt good. It
Felt
breathes.
good.
Breathes nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knew it'd
So
be
there
muggy.
there were some junior marshals, I think, that were kind of like walking around with us in different groups. Basically had the same outfit Kyle had on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have passed
I
as a
made them
marshal
look
then.
bad.
Kyle says, "Are y'all following us around for every hole?"
But yeah, I've never been to a golf tournament before.
Like
and
ever?
Have you ever
No.
golfed? I know you've been to like Top Golf.
I tried
probably.
to golf. I was a big golfer like 2013, 14.
Really?
And I just wasn't getting any better, and I just stopped.
You got to hang out with like Ricky or Denny. They'll help you
Yeah.
out.
Well, like my spotter, Josh Williams, is a great
Oh,
golfer.
yeah.
Oh,
you
he's
need to
good.
play
Didn't he
with him.
play like in college or something?
He's legit.
Yeah,
he golfed with them
played,
yesterday. She was like 2 or 3 under.
Yeah, he's legit.
Yeah, he played like kind of pro
Yeah, I
for a little
thought-
bit for a handful
Yeah.
of years.
Wow.
He's good. I went with him one time, and I think that solidified I don't want to play anymore.
Because you're like, it's
Does
going to
he
take
beat
a
you?
long time to get to that
to
point.
get even remotely close to what he can do, I'm like, that's
How's your
But Kyle's
swing?
been putting a lot of work in, and like, I mean, you started what 3
3
years
years
ago now.
ago.
I mean,
I'm a 14
got
handicap
a
now.
big, tremendous amount better.
yeah.
In the last year, like I was a 20 probably
Yeah.
this time last year, so 6 strokes, good amount.
Yeah,
It's funny how the more you play, the better you get.
Yep.
Like
it's funny how that works.
I know. Like I played in high school.
more you practice at
dabbled
something,
in
the better you
college.
get.
I was good then. Now when I go out and play, I'm shooting like 105.
I'm actually the
But I was-
opposite. I
yeah.
don't really like to practice.
Well, it's not just practice; it's just playing.
Yeah.
Like I play now twice a year.
Yeah.
Where I used to be,
If I take a
practice
couple,
2 times a week, play twice.
If I take a couple weeks off, it's like I can't read the greens. It's like I just can't like visualize anything anymore.
yeah.
Can't feel nothing. I had a bad range.
strange.
I was bad on the range today. I'm surprised I hit the ball okay today. I
don't know.
shanked my 5-iron like 10 times.
Do you drive better or do you putt better?
It just depends on the
He's
day.
a good putter.
Is
Yeah,
he?
I would say
He's a really
consistently
good putter.
lately good at putting.
Okay.
I would say he's been good at putting ever since he started. Like at first, Kyle
I couldn't
needed
read.
help reading the greens, but like if you told him like, hey, hit it to this point, he'd hit it right to that point and like putted really well. So I'd say that's always been a strong suit of his game.
Now, I would be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit of racing here, since we did have
Oh.
Talladega.
I like the golf.
I know,
talk.
I know. It is a NASCAR podcast.
Well,
And
my
people did want us to talk
Clover
about it.
Chevy.
It was like, how would you golf call? Like, what would your golf call be for Talladega?
He found a few clovers
Yeah.
out there on the golf course.
Yeah, I need some. What'd you ask?
Like, all right, so if you were to call your wreck at the end of Talladega as a golf call, how would that go?
Whoa.
Like
me
trying to
an
mix
example.
up the announcers. All right, so and here comes Kyle Larson off of 2, and there's a bit of a move. Oh, and he's gone over.
And he's still flipping.
Sounded really good.
Yeah,
to me.
that's
You got
that.
There's going to be a
Got
lot
it.
of work left to do to get a par out of this one, but he can manage.
I like to see
I
that
think I
swap
had
over
to
someday.
withdraw from the event after.
Yeah, we did not finish.
I like
How
to see
many-
golf commentators do NASCAR.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I like
yeah,
to see
flip
DW
'em.
do a golf tournament.
That
Well,
would
they
be
do
kinda fun.
they do the fun with golf or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Where they just like NASCAR, where they pull out the stuff out of context.
Yeah.
And there's a lot in golf where you're like, what?
What did he say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well,
Yeah.
the truth is, we played your in-car off the top of the show, and it's pretty much just like a ooh, wow, like it was
Oh, my
almost like
audio?
it was almost like a golf call of the yeah.
My spotter's like, talk to me. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, that was crazy.
Can you tell how many times you flip when you're in the car?
I guess like 6 or 7, and I think it was about that before I saw a replay. I don't know.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you
Yeah,
had
I
any
just remember like
sense of,
flying. I'm like, okay. 1, 2.
So you do count.
I'm like, uh-oh, now it's getting brighter. I think the roof's coming apart.
It gets quiet when you flip, I feel like.
Initially, because when mine took off, it got quiet. But then when it was like hitting, it was loud.
Yeah, I bet.
Just a lot of slam,
stuff was
like,
flying everywhere.
Yeah.
I had no clue that it even flipped.
We came back
in the
around.
Infield Care Center, and I was like, "Why is Kyle in here?"
Yeah.
And then like, there's more people in there. I thought I was the caution, and like we just
That was it,
back,
yeah.
like, and the race was over.
Yeah.
Made it back to the start-finish line?
Yeah, so I didn't cause the caution. That's good.
I forgot that he had shredded left rear coming to the checkered. I was like, what are you doing in here? I thought you were in front of the rack.
Oh, you're coming to the white.
Coming
to the
white.
oh, yeah, sorry. Coming to the
Straight
white.
left rear, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sunshine was like, his front tires were off the ground. And I was like, what's he talking
Yeah,
about? Then I saw the replay. I'm like, his front tires are really like, off the
Bent
ground.
the splitter down. And
Yeah. Yeah, we came back around and I saw your car. I'm like, what the hell happened to that thing?
Yeah.
I don't
had
even
no
think
idea you
TV
flipped.
caught it. All the
Not at
all the
first.
videos
I
I
didn't
saw
know-
were fan videos.
I didn't know Kyle flipped until I left the track and got service.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know that we
it's-
called it on like it was a
What?
it was a post thought on MRN.
Ricky's?
No,
Or Kyle's?
Kyle's.
That
Like I
was a-
don't think we called the. I don't know that
TV
we
only caught
called-
like me like doing a couple.
because all
Yeah.
the action was on the front of the field and
Chase was
it was
leading.
like a yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
All cameras.
All
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah, you couldn't.
I was surprised they kept the green out as long as they did.
I know.
Yeah, I was,
thought
I
I
they
thought when
caught
he
it-
spun and like,
Yeah.
all right, get to the line. All right.
Where were you running at that point?
Last.
Oh, okay. Not last, but some.
I was behind you. I was back there. I was.
Man,
That
when you
last
pulled
restart
out of
didn't
line,
work.
you could go straight to the back quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was nuts.
Austin
third
pulled out of
lane-
line. You restarted right behind me.
Yeah.
I was just going to follow Austin. He pulled out like before I was the fourth gear. I'm like, shit. And then Blaney's right here. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, that seat just opened up. I'm like, I appreciate that, fellas. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was a
I thought
interesting
Talladega
race.
it was tough. The cars were a handful.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
It was a
ask.
fun
Like,
race to watch.
from a fan's perspective, it was awesome.
Yeah,
I
to call
I
it was
actually
fun.
enjoyed it because the cars were hard to drive, and I think that it's like you calculate or decide if you really want to do something based off of how
Yeah.
your cars drive.
What's
and
the
like,
point? Like
there was a few times I was scared to throw some blocks because I wasn't sure if I'd keep it going in a straight line or not. So
Yeah.
I just let that guy have it. But I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was
I thought it was
different.
easier for guys to get to the lead. Like the leader couldn't block quite
Yeah.
as easy.
yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't have as much control as
Which was
as
nice.
typically in
Yeah.
past years.
They just got to keep the cars on the ground.
Yeah, I thought going from the back
Yeah.
to the front was easier. Like it was easy to go to the back, and it was
Yeah.
easier to drive up towards
Yeah,
the
we
front.
got our issue, and we went to the back at the start, and I was 14th on lap one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
They left the middle open. I went straight up the middle.
Yeah,
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope
Not
you
a
had
problem.
fun out there
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
links
So
today.
you guys are all done today?
We're done.
Nice.
Well, then we won't hold you up too much
I might
more.
go play some more. Anybody
Make
else?
it
You're
a
playing,
36?
right? You gonna play? No. I might play.
I might hit some
Kyle
shots.
play.
I'm
Hit some
all-
shots off the tee.
Always down to play.
See what
Oh,
I
are
can
you?
do. I don't know.
You
Doubtful.
should go out, roll some putts.
Roll some putts.
You should at least go putt.
I don't have a putter, so
Just
that's
go find
it's
somebody really
I'm
unfortunate.
good.
sure
like
somebody has
act like
one
they're
you can
gonna do it.
borrow.
There's a bag over there that has like 50 putters in it.
Like
Go
Jim.
take Luke Keekley's.
Yeah, take his
He's
putter.
right over there.
Anybody
He won't
cool
mind.
out there?
I
Yeah.
get choke slammed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
Thanks
y'all
for
have a
being
good
here,
day.
guys.
Thank you for
Yeah,
joining us.
yeah.
No problem.
Have a good
See
one.
you guys
Enjoy
in
it.
Dover.
We'll
see
be
there.
there.
Well, our next group, Denny Hamlin and their pro, who I'm guessing you guys catapulted to the lead, right? You guys in the lead?
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why
Well,
he's
you-
serious. That's why he's happy when we got off the course. I was wondering.
Yeah.
So we got Harold Varner III with us, Denny Hamlin.
Yep. And you're in the lead.
You're
How
in the
many more
lead.
teams have to go? Are they not even close to
Well,
done yet?
I don't know if they break them up just in the morning and afternoon wave, but
They do.
Like we have a 4-shot lead over second.
Oh, I like your chances today.
Yeah.
I like your chances a lot.
So even
I
the
didn't
guys
help
that are-
out today.
Even the guys
No?
that are already
No.
posted. So
Huh. Well, that's good.
yeah.
I did nothing today. I made an eagle on 14, and I just chilled.
Well, that's
I
we
feel
both
like that's
drove
pretty
well.
good.
You drove from a different spot, but we both drove the green on
Yeah.
on that hole.
oh, so
And
you
Denny's
drive
playing
from the
too
pro
close.
spot. You drive from.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and he's like, hey man, you know, you gonna do something? I'm like, I'm freaking trying. Obviously, different choice of words, but
Why don't you guys drive from where he does?
I'm
that
all
wouldn't be
for
fun
it.
though.
I'm all for it, but like No, it's not. You know, when you have guys like us, I mean, we'll shoot 10 shots worse from back where they are.
And then everybody
some
would have
guys
to do
would
it.
shoot way worse.
Yeah, everybody would have to agree
And,
to do it.
But for this event here, you got to keep pace to play good. And if you had like the pro, 20 handicaps out there playing from the pro tees, I mean, we'd be out here all day.
Forever.
How much
that
further
wouldn't be
back
good.
are the pro tees than were you?
Oh
shooting?
man, I'd say probably 600, 700 yards
For the whole course, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
Oh,
it's
geez.
you are the best AMs I've ever probably played with in a pro am, like consistent through. Like usually there's one guy that can't get it
Yeah,
off the tee. He's
yeah.
probably like can't finish a hole, but they
Well, yeah, it's usually a bunch of it's
Yeah.
usually corporate guys that
exactly. So we didn't have that today.
Well,
so.
nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying.
Hey, it's all about getting out there and having fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hitting a few golf balls.
That's
Not
right.
for Denny. Denny
I
wants
know.
to win.
He's very serious about
In it
it.
to win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been here before, and I'm guessing you've played here before.
I have, yeah.
have you-
It's beautiful.
I'm sure
God.
you
Yeah,
have
this is-
before. Yeah.
This is my 5th time actually.
Yeah. It's a nice place. I didn't even know
It
this was
should
down
be.
here.
If you had this kind of money, you would be good. It'd be nice too. We have
Exactly.
a real nice.
Harold's
area.
from Gastonia?
Yeah, I'm from Gastonia.
Okay.
So not too far away,
No,
and then
right up the way.
I got a place in Charlotte. So I don't know. I love this place. It's always good being home. The weather's nice. The people are nice, and I just want to.
How much do you travel?
30-something weeks out of the year.
Okay, so about like we do.
Yeah.
I like to. At the end of the year, I could not travel, but I go to Australia for 2 weeks.
Oh.
One time I went for 5 weeks, but I went to Hong Kong and then Tokyo and did the whole
to
spiel.
play over there?
Yeah, it was awesome. Dude. It was the greatest.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the greatest trip ever. And then this year I come back on Christmas Day. So like,
Okay.
there's a part where like it would be less, but there's gonna be a time when I'm not gonna be able to go. So
Yeah.
get up and go, man. Enjoy it. And
Is it
Yeah.
more relaxed over there, like the vibe?
the coolest thing about over there is if you do something wrong, it's not based off of your color or anything. You're wrong. And I think that's really cool. You're judged by what you do, not
Yeah, what
what's-
you look like.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I could say something else. That's what you are. If you're an ass, you're an ass.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
on here
Yeah,
pretty
but like
much.
you know,
This
like,
podcast is wide open.
Yeah.
oh, awesome. So
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
example. If you're like an ass and you're rich, you're fine here. But in Australia, it's not.
They don't
like that.
care. They're like, I don't care how
I
much
love
money
that.
you have.
Well, that's how it should be,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if you're wrong,
It should be
It should
that
be
way,
wrong.
but it's been too long. It's like we're too far behind the 8-ball for it to be like
yeah.
that.
How long you been playing?
Too long? No, too long? Yeah, I've been playing for a while. I guess this is my 4th year on the PGA Tour. This is my 7th year playing pro, and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's
When
pretty-
you're an
it's good.
ECU guy, right?
Yeah, let's
Pirates.
go. Let's go. We're going to win some football games this year. I'm so pumped.
Hey, y'all are looking good. My mom went there, so
Hold
I'm
on,
not.
are we looking good because we got a new coach, or are we
Yes.
looking good because we got a new AD? See, I think that is so wrong. Like, that pisses me off because what ends up happening is Scotty Montgomery becomes a scapegoat. Like, oh, he's the reason why we didn't play well. No, we had bad leadership. And when you have bad leadership, it doesn't, it just trickles down. And now we got a new AD. It's going to make it so much easier on the coach. And at ECU, we have terrible fans. If we are doing really good, we're on the bandwagon. We're doing really bad, we got to blame it on someone. And no one's held accountable. So I'm passionate about it. That really pisses me off, and that's funny you said that. So
We can't tell.
Yeah, I was
We
just
can
saying,
tell.
you're not a football fan, are you?
yeah, just a little bit. I just don't believe in that whole it's his fault.
Right.
Like, man, Scotty wasn't that good. No, we had terrible fans. Like, we had terrible fans, terrible leadership. And if you have those two things, you're screwed.
Oh, we got a
What
bit of
are
a
they cheering
roar over
for?
there on
I don't
the.
know, some wanker. What?
Did they cheer for y'all on the course?
Somebody,
Yeah.
some amateurs just made a bogey.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw.
Yeah, he's
Bogey
getting
net
3
par.
shots on that hole.
What was the biggest cheer y'all got out there today? What hole?
It was pretty early.
I would
today. I'm pretty
say-
beat right now, so I didn't want that many people out
On
there.
8, me and Ricky birdied
yeah.
8.
Yeah, they were in their zone. I was over there making bogey. So
How did you guys get paired up? Like, how did they pair the?
I think someone
Pros.
behind the
scenes?
scenes kind of
Okay.
orchestrated it.
All right.
Obviously, we're both Jordan athletes, so
Yeah, well, that's why I
That's it, we got
wondered
the
if
jump
that was
man
the
on.
reason. Because I was like, I
Yeah.
noticed the jump man. So
it
I
was
didn't
pretty
know.
funny though. Fred Whitfield texted me last night. And he's like, "Man, you're already off the thing." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So it's yeah. PGA Tour does some of them. I think some of them are kind of fixed, and
Yeah.
it is what it is.
now you guys start tomorrow. and then when
Yeah.
you play. So you guys are usually like a weekend for you guys. You play Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Play Thursday through Sunday every
Thursday
week.
through Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So any type of fun outside of golf is kind of just all I do is play video games and play golf the week of the tournament. It's pretty good. Anything else, I'm getting myself in trouble.
What's your go-to video game?
Call of Duty. I only play it though because I play with my friends, and I'm sure y'all have heard of it, like the Battle Royale type, experience. Mm-hmm. So I'll be wherever I am, and my boys will be like, "Oh, we'll be on around this time," and if they're on, I'll play. If they're not on, I won't play.
So you'll travel with one.
Yeah. So I played with Bubba Watson in this little shark shootout thing in November.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm going back to play video games." I'm like, "You travel with your PlayStation?" He's like, "Yeah, dude. Like this little kit thing. You put the PlayStation in the bottom, and it has a 19-inch monitor."
Yeah. Well, what's that called?
It's spelled game. It's called games.
Yeah.
It's spelled like G-A-M. It's weird. It's spelled not.
Yeah, I
so
got some buddies who have that. It's an awesome little portable case.
I messed up, though. I did not know you couldn't check it. So the first 2 times I flew with it, I, just checked it, and it gets in there, and it's, not cracked or anything, but, I had this little thing in there for the microphone, and it was, came back, and it was just, bent. I was like, well, that ain't good. So I go in there, and I look in there, please don't check this. So from now on, I just carry it with me. It's pretty fun. It's
GAEMS games.
You looked it up?
Yeah, I looked it up. Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Doing the research,
He's the research
crazy.
guy.
Google's
Statistician.
Yeah.
Not really stats, just Google. I know how to type.
What does y'all's week look like?
Well,
About the same.
Yeah, somewhat. Ours, it kind of depends, but a normal week would be Friday we have practice. Friday afternoon we'll have qualifying. Then Saturday. So your Friday practice, you're practicing to just make your car fast for 1 or 2 laps for qualifying to get yourself the best starting spot. After that, Saturday, we're setting up the cars to just go out there and get in race trim. So you want to have your car run good for 40 laps of a run. And so we'll do that. We'll practice for 2 separate 1-hour practices, and then we get it ready and race on Sunday.
Holy cow. You got to practice you got to do 40 minutes of racing twice on Saturday.
Well, Saturday we have 2 1-hour practices, and sometimes in those we'll do 40-lap runs to make sure our car is good, over the long run, we say.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
But it's almost
Dang, you're always behind the car.
I mean, for us, obviously you got to perform well on Friday to get yourself a good starting spot, but it all comes down to Sunday, where you guys, if you don't have a good Thursday or Friday, you're not there on Saturday or Sunday. You get cut, so it's different in theirs where they've got to be. They got to right from the get-go. They got to be on it.
I got a question. Do you ever get on Sunday? No matter where you're, on Friday, you're I don't care where I start. I'm probably going to win this race.
Only super speedways are those type races.
Okay, so you got to have a good start. Oh, got it. All right.
Everywhere else, if you qualify bad, you're really worried that you're not going to be good.
Yeah, it's
gonna be a tough
very
day.
rare. Very rare you qualify pretty bad and
Right.
can
Win
have
the
a
race.
race-winning car. It happens, but it's not very often.
Right.
But
I got to say, this is a nice little perch right up here because right now, new Panthers quarterback Will Greer is greeting some of the fans.
He's the one from around this area, right?
Yeah, he's from, I think, Davidson area.
Davidson Day? Didn't
Davidson
he go to
Day,
Davidson
yeah.
Day?
Yep. he did.
But with that in mind, if you guys could play any other sport, if you could be an athlete in any other sport,
It's easy.
All right, what is it?
I'd play basketball.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gosh,
why would I?
it's close for
are
me.
you basketball or golf?
Why would you play golf? 'Cause
I'm going to
golf-
say golf because you can play it longer.
See,
True.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you don't age out.
But you play golf all the time, so.
No.
Okay.
No, time out. I played other sports. I know. Golf's cool and all. You can say that golfers are athletes. I don't believe that. We don't do anything strenuous where we're where it's hard or you got to work out. I know about what goes into my body and what has to go in your body to do a real sport, and that's just the way it is. I would love to be able to just run up and down the court and just dunk on people and talk smack. That'd be the coolest thing in the world. That's called being an athlete.
Right.
I hate to say it, but
Yep.
whatever.
So you're saying like a John Daly type, not an athlete?
Not an
No,
athlete.
he has really good hand-eye coordination. He's a little bigger. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what a golfer is. That's what it is.
Well, it's always like the guy with the gut that can really get behind it and get that long drive.
Yeah, he says what? Fat doesn't break or something like that. Fat doesn't.
You can't pull fat.
Yeah, you can't. Come on. I don't know. That's just my opinion. People don't agree with it, obviously.
I was going to say, have you ever had a golf-related injury?
No. You swing a golf club. Like, what are we doing out here? Like, I don't know, man.
Well, see, a lot of people say that about NASCAR drivers. They're not athletes.
You have to work out way more to drive a car than you would to play golf.
Well, it's the temperatures that get you. Like that's one thing that no person that's never driven a car before would not be able to sustain. It's just the temperatures. But we've been doing it for so long, our just bodies have gotten used to it. And the G's, whatnot. Yeah, I still don't. They still would have issues with that.
We don't have anything like that.
The neck,
you're never like, oh man,
like
this is a tough drive here. Like, it's gonna be so hard to swing this club.
But a lot of it, I mean, really, it's something in your ass that tells you what your car is doing. That's the skill set in which we have, and you've got to have your, whatever your ass tells you, your mind, your hands and your feet got to adjust for it.
Yeah.
Whoever can adjust for it the quickest is usually the best.
Yeah, we don't adjust anything. We just go out there.
I think it's different levels, man. I think you guys are pretty amazing. No, I'm being like there's a different athlete for a football player, right? I mean, those are like top of the food chain, amazing specimens, right? I mean, best shape, everything. Then it kind of trickles down, right? NBA players, if you're like 7 foot, can be pretty good.
It can run all day.
Run all day, and then the NASCAR stuff, and then you guys got to have, like you said, good hand-eye coordination. You got to be able to read stuff. I mean,
but nowhere does it say
it's a special skill.
What's the definition of an athlete? I've gotten this argument with a lot of people.
See, that's a tough one because, what about the mental game in golf? Because you have to battle yourself to keep your nerves down, but then two, you've got if you're playing with a couple of guys, Tiger at the Masters is an example of it. He goes and stares them down, and does that psych them out a little bit? Like, is that part of the game? Does that make you an athlete if you got the mental side?
No, that does not make you an athlete. Being nervous is just being nervous. I mean, you're intimidated about something that's great that's about to happen. And everyone gets there. If you don't get there, then, I think it would be terrible. I wouldn't have fun playing golf. Like, you get nervous. I don't think that's about being an athlete. I think that's about, just
anything,
life. If you're about to die, you'd be like, oh, shit. Pretty simple. So I just don't think that, I wake up and I'm like, man, dude, this is a tough sport.
Right.
No, never. I understand you have to walk. I heard someone say one time that LeBron would have a hard time walking 72 holes, and I was like, you're high right now, bro. You are on something that is just that's not true.
So you don't feel like you have to work out to sustain any sort of
I work out
level
so that I don't get fat. That's pretty much it.
I was just saying, college is a little bit more. Do you have to carry your bags in college?
Yeah, now we're talking about something that is strenuous,
right.
36 whole days, carrying your bag. I don't think the working out or the fitness part's hard. It's not chafing that's hard.
Yeah, on a hot day in July.
You're walking around, and you're like,
Man, this is like the first conversation I've had with another person who does a sport that they're actually saying our sport is more athletic than what they do. I mean, this is the first time. Record.
Well, I just think there's you have to be somewhat realistic and understand that, I could sit here and defend my sport, but, I wouldn't be – I'd be lying right through my teeth. Do you ever play golf and you're like, man, I'm so tired, dude. This is really getting to me. I need to start working out to play golf. No, never. I do
it just not to pull something.
Yeah, and then you get in a car and you're like, dude, I need to
stretch.
I need to do stuff to so I can do it. And I'm like, no. I do some weird little stretches every now and then. I do my little Normatex.
You do yoga?
Oh, you got Normatex? I got a Normatex.
The hip one's incredible, dude.
Yes, it is.
It feels like it's about to pull you apart. It feels so good.
What is this, like a band?
It's this thing that just pressurizes air. And it
so it's basically a pair of shorts. So it's like an air cast, but it's a pair of shorts. Literally, there's just one size. You slide them on, and you hit how much pressure you want, and it's just if you've got something out of whack.
It realigns you.
It pushes you kind of all back straight again.
It's
awesome. Like that suit that we wear when we were in the Thunderbirds, like that G-Force suit. Yeah.
Yeah. That just.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that keeps blood
They should do something for the price of them.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah, they ain't cheap.
The whole set was $3,800.
Yeah.
That's what I paid for mine.
Oh, wow.
I imagine that they should last you. Like, you only have to buy it once.
That's not. We're not talking about it lasting. We're talking about how much it costs.
Yeah,
I still don't understand that $1 is $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're in the hole, no matter if it lasts you the rest of the life.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope you guys stay at the top of the leaderboard out there.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, for
Nice to
Denny's
meet you.
sake, I do.
Yeah. Good luck this
Hey,
weekend.
thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
And now we are joined on the phone by Sam Rayburn, GM, General Manager of Skratch. It's the PGA's sort of, light and loose,
Weird and
social media, lighthearted fun stuff? Is that kind of what y'all do?
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we are the PGA kind of youth-focused content channel, so really looking to create social content and video storytelling for a younger audience, for more millennials and Gen Z, and really just focus on the kind of fun, quirky, and irreverent side of golf, because it's often a game that takes itself a little too seriously, and we feel that there's a lot of fun to be had with it. And then additionally, just the fact that golf is such an inherently social game that so many people are playing and enjoying, looking to kind of tell cultural stories around the game of golf as well. So not just stuff that's happening with PGA Tour pros or on the PGA Tour, but actually the interesting stories of courses and people and communities around the world that love the game and have fun with the game as well.
I love that because I think people should not take golf as seriously as they do. Like, I wish people were cheering at every hole, that they weren't, having to do this, like, very polite golf clap and being silent during shots. I don't know.
Well,
I like what y'all are doing.
I feel like with the waste management, the Open out there in Phoenix, I feel like that kind of like opened up this
Yeah, like I wish they had that everywhere, though.
idea that golf is relatable, because golf, like you said, everybody plays golf. People play golf across all age groups. And is it something that you guys are just trying to reach a different demographic, or just reach the fact that you already are reaching everyone, but how does the PGA get to those folks?
Well, I think that it's more so it's reaching more people, because I think that a lot of young people don't necessarily engage with the game as much as we would like them to, and maybe they want to, and that's partly because they don't necessarily see people that seem like them or are the same age as them, even though a lot of the PGA Tour pros are in their 20s and kind of crushing it. But yeah, I mean, we want to grow the reach of golf and kind of grow the game in that way, but also I think for me it's also the idea that we reach people and that love the game but don't necessarily engage with it as much, and make them feel like there's content out there for them that they can either, if it's our social content, consume pretty quickly and have fun with, or some of our longer form video content that they get a kind of more substantial story that isn't just related to what someone shot or a specific course, but actually kind of is more of a documentary about golf and the game, and is shot in a way that is maybe a little bit different in broadcast. I think that's the other thing that we try and bring to things, whether it's our social videos or our longer form stuff, is shooting them in an innovative way that really is more useful and kind of fun in even just the way it's made and executed, and it's kind of exciting for us to go out and make it. We're constantly looking for cool stories to tell and fun ways to make them.
How, if you had to like pick, one or a couple of posts or photos or videos, like what's been your best performing content? Like what do people really like to see on Skratch?
Probably unsurprisingly, Tiger content does very, very well.
Sure.
And
the Tiger Bomb.
Imagine that.
We actually have a Tiger Tuesdays where we post interesting or exciting moments throughout the career of Tiger, and some of them are more fun, some of them are more serious, and that always does really well. But then in terms of our other content, we have a series called Adventures in Golf, which we are moving into the production of our fourth season of as we speak. And that is where one of our hosts, Eric Anders Lang, travels around the world kind of exploring interesting and different things around golf. So everything from street golf in Mumbai all the way through to playing through the night in Iceland, and even playing in the States in different kind of unexpected courses like the Thompson Par 3 course, and just all the different kind of aspects of golf around the world, and that's done really well for us as well, and our fans love that and are always asking when the next episodes are coming out. It's obviously difficult to make because we're sending Eric all around the world. And then additionally, like, we have started doing some profiles of players that aren't necessarily the players you'd expect to see profiles of. So that's something we started quite recently, and it's done really well, and that series is scratching the surface, where we're looking to shine a light on people that maybe are on the cusp of greatness or a little under-recognized.
So one thing that we've done on our show, why we kind of started, is we wanted to be, show the different side of drivers and things like that, and not just have them talk about what they do for a living, because I feel like we talk about that a lot, and we've kind of been known to kind of cross the line every now and then, and I feel like people like that. And what's your guys' kind of thoughts on that? How far do you push as far as like the
edginess?
The edginess, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think. We never try and do something that's edgy for the sake of being edgy, which I'm sure you guys don't either. I think for us, we're really just looking to talk less about golf. And I know that sounds weird for a golf content channel, but like there is a lot of there are a lot of media outlets that create a lot of content around the game of golf. And what we really look at is the personalities of the people playing it and the communities that gravitate around them. So when we're talking about working with our PGA Tour pros, we try and get them outside of the golf course as much as possible and really get to know who they are and what they're passionate about, and kind of have them doing the activities that they feel are most representative of who they are, and that kind of brings their personalities out. And I think when you bring people's personalities out, it sometimes is not necessarily as sanitized as it might be in a press conference, but that doesn't necessarily make it kind of overly edgy, but it definitely pushes kind of the game forward in a positive way, and certainly brings out the personality of the players in a way that they feel that they aren't always able to do in the confines of a more traditional press conference and things like that.
It's pretty much what we do.
I feel like we're working towards the same thing.
Yeah, we're a racing podcast that doesn't talk about racing.
And love it.
Sam, thank you so much for joining us. Real quick, before we let you go, where can fans find this content? Where, are they following Skratch on Twitter? Is it YouTube? Where do they need to go to find this content?
So our primary outlets are Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And our handles are on Facebook, Skratch TV, on Instagram, Skratch TV, on YouTube, Skratch TV, and then Twitter, just Skratch.
Just
and that's Skratch with a K, SKRATCH.
All right.
Well, I will
Sam, use
appreciate
that
you
information
joining
in
us,
the lower. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure I put that in there.
Yeah, Sam, we appreciate it.
And I appreciate the time too, guys.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll maybe talk to you soon, and maybe it'll be in person.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, well, it's a shame I'm in Charlotte and not able to be there with you because I'm at Quail Hollow right now.
Yeah. Well, enjoy Charlotte.
Beautiful outside.
It is.
Good. Well, have a good one.
We're joined now by Michael Thompson, PGA Pro. I guess. How do you title yourself as a professional golfer? Just professional golfer?
Yeah, PGA Tour professional.
Yeah.
The way you get out there is you decide to play in golf tournaments for money. Basically, I mean, there's no other way to sign up. You just play and see how well you do, and if you play well enough at the right time, you get out here. So.
I assume you grew up playing golf?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I started playing golf when I was 7, and it was my dream ever since then to play on the PGA Tour. And thank God I'm here, and everything's kind of fallen in place. And I'm in my 9th year now on tour. So
nice,
yeah. Awesome.
It's been a great run.
I'm guessing you've been to Quail Hollow before.
I have. This is actually my favorite event on tour. It's
nice.
To me, it's the closest you can get to Augusta, just with the amount of spectators, kind of the atmosphere out here. The golf course is obviously beautiful, clubhouse here. And they also treat, from a player's perspective, they treat the players and the families and the caddies really, really well here. So it's fun coming back.
Yeah, we were saying it's our first time here. And it's amazing. I live an hour north.
Yeah.
And I've never been.
I actually spend time around this area, but just have never had the chance to come out here. I'm always working during Quail Hollow, so it's nice that
it's a fun event.
Coincided with it.
Yeah, a lot of people come out, even Thursday, Friday. It's a big social event, I think, here in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So.
We were talking, and you said you weren't part of the Pro-Am, and there's a reason. Like you, it's not voluntary. Like the PGA says, all right, you're doing this. Like you don't get a choice.
Right.
Tell us how that works. Because we talked to some of the guys that were in it today.
Yeah. So it's determined based on how you finished last year in the FedEx Cup, and so all of the top finishers in the field this week, from they just go down the list, right? They have to play today, and it's mandatory. If you miss your tee time, you're disqualified from the tournament.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah, so we're probably more punctual today than we are for the actual tournament, just because we don't want to miss out on a chance to play. So, it's good, and I like playing on Wednesdays just because you see the course right before tournament round and get to see it in the closest conditions to actual tournament golf, but. It's a fun day. It's good. And this one's great because you don't have as many amateurs as well. Typically, it's 4 amateurs. This one.
Sorry.
What?
That is somebody calling. I forgot to turn down the volume on my phone, and that was. See, we've had this happen on our podcast before where people call.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's my sister, and we generally answer it and be like, "You're calling in the middle." His dad will call.
I'll answer. My
Hey,
dad hates talking on the podcast, and I'll call him and make him talk for a little bit.
That's good.
And don't tell him that he's on
there you
the air.
go.
Yeah.
But so we're a NASCAR podcast, pretty much. If you don't know, and we don't really talk a lot about NASCAR when we have drivers on.
Yeah.
Are you a NASCAR fan?
Not so much. I've actually in the last few years gotten into F1. I enjoy watching F1. I love cars. I grew up not around cars, but my dad's a big car guy, so I always heard stories of him. He's owned a few Porsches in his lifetime, and I'm actually trying to track down one of his Porsches that he restored back in the early 80s.
Oh, that'd be neat.
It's a 1973 911S Targa. And I have a 67 Mustang at home that I enjoy.
That's the best
driving.
year.
Wow.
Yeah, I rebuilt the motor and transmission all by myself, and getting it painted right now up in Tennessee, and so
nice.
I love the whole. If I didn't play golf, I would be somewhere in the car business.
Yeah.
A classic car and that kind of thing.
Have you ever been to an F1 race?
I haven't. I'd like to go.
Yeah.
Just like I'd like to go to a NASCAR race. I mean, I went to school at Alabama, so
Roll Tide.
We were just down there.
Tide.
We were just at Talladega.
Not
I did
far
my grad,
from Talladega.
I did my grad work at Alabama. So.
Yeah. Great university.
Yeah.
A lot of great people there, and so that's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, Talladega's probably one of the neater ones we go to as far as fan interactions and just the intensity
big action
of the
on
race.
the track.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, my sister actually graduates this weekend
Aww,
from Alabama.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Aaron.
Nice.
Yep. So that'll be pretty neat. I can't go because
Y'all got a thing going on.
I'm sure she understands.
But I went to an F1 race last year.
Did you?
It was really cool to see the differences between kind of our normal weekend and theirs.
Right.
As someone who's in it, it was kind of cool to spot all the differences.
Yeah.
You take some stuff back, be like, hey, we should probably do this, this, and this. That's pretty efficient.
Yeah, right.
It's cool to take things away.
Which one did you go to? Did you go to Austin or?
I went to Belgium.
Oh, Belgium. Okay.
Yeah, we had an off weekend.
Nice.
And I was able to go over to Belgium for that spa race.
I was gonna say that's Spa, isn't it?
Yeah. It was super. We stood right at the bottom of the hill before they drive up. Oh, it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I bet.
But something new.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Awesome.
So what's been some of the, so we were just on the phone with the GM from Skratch, and we're sort of like a light-hearted take at NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things that, you guys do on tour to, kind of keep it light, keep it fun, because it can get serious, and, just try and reach other fans, maybe not in the traditional places?
There's a lot of guys that like to play jokes on each other, when you tee your ball up, if you're the first one on tee, a guy walks by, just knock the ball off, Let's see. We play games in practice rounds, so we'll have little money games or something.
Bets,
dollar bets,
like
or bets on if you lose, you got to wear like the other players, alma mater, shirt for a day or hat for a day. I don't know. I'm not that big of a jokester, so I don't participate too much in all that. But I get to see a lot of it going on. Okay. But it's anything to kind of like be a little bit competitive outside of the tournament. I think that's fun for us. As competitors, we're always trying to. Yeah. You almost work harder for the little bets versus like the big event, the big race or something. You don't want to hear about it.
That's right. So no, you want to keep it quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good to get your mind off of kind of your job.
Yeah.
But at the same time, still doing something that involves your job. Like we go race other series or go-karts or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of truth to what you're saying. That's more competitive than what I do on Sundays, which is crazy to me, but it's just how it is for some reason.
Yeah.
But
I would say watching you guys. So the Coca-Cola 600 is coming up here in the next month? It's May 1st today.
May
end of this month, Memorial Day weekend, they do a little 600 out at the go-karts. And there's been a couple of times that I've seen the drivers out there punt each other in these go-karts just because
they can.
Yeah.
Like it seems like there's a lot more riding on that type of stuff.
More pride. Riding on that stuff.
Yeah.
And you're not afraid to wreck anybody. It doesn't cost nearly as much when you tear
true.
someone's go-kart up than damn $100,000 race car. But.
Right.
Well, and also, you said you were rebuilding a Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
You're currently rebuilding, a Bronco?
Building the Bronco.
Oh, that's what I want to do next. My wife really is interested in getting a Bronco.
Yeah. I have an 85 that I've had for about a year and a half, and I'm currently in the process of rebuilding a 74.
Okay, yeah,
and
nice.
I'm pretty excited about it. It's
awesome.
It's currently panels are getting painted on it. So
are you going back all original, or are you kind of building it up?
Really all original.
All original.
That 85 I got has original everything on it.
Yeah.
And it's got a new radio in it. That's all it's got. But
the
74, it's all
that's awesome
original stuff.
Yeah.
So I like old cars, but Broncos I've always just been a big fan of.
Okay.
And 67 Mustangs.
Well,
I need to look for one.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my favorite.
I'm always on eBay, just scouring the web, looking for stuff and dreaming about owning, this one and that one, and then I think of my wife and be like, no, can't do that.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for joining us here on the Glass Case of Emotion.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck out there this weekend.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, we talked to, 2 PGA pros, obviously the NASCAR guys, and they talk NASCAR.
Right.
Well, should we ask them how they get, how do you qualify for to be an amateur? To be an AM?
No, we missed
that. We've totally because I'm so curious. Are you on a list? Do you get chosen? Do you have to have a status?
Yeah,
does it matter how
who doesn't play.
good or bad you are at golf?
Could I be an AM?
Well, I feel like some of our driver services friends over there might have an answer for that.
Yeah, well.
I mean, we could ask them. Bring them
sure
on the podcast.
I'm sure there's a listener that will tell us.
Listeners, they know things.
Put them to
They're
work.
smart.
Listeners, tell us how you qualify to be an amateur and a pro-am.
You just pay a little bit of money.
Maybe. It might be I don't know if you have to pay. I don't know.
I mean, I wonder how many, here at the country club, how many of them are their, top members?
Oh,
the
true.
guys that are
but
members
you also
here.
you want some celebrity status, I would think. But I mean, Michael was saying for the pros, which I didn't know, it's mandatory. They say you are doing this, and you can't really get out of it.
You must be here. I mean, you guys get that with some
Pretty
stuff.
much.
It's like, hey, you have to be
doing
here
this.
for this event.
I wonder, because I didn't want to ask
But we
him
wouldn't
if
get
they don't
disqualified.
like it. I didn't want to ask him and put him on the spot, either of our pros, but is this a thing that you get stuck with and you're like, oh man, I got to schlep around with some AMs?
Yeah, I mean,
I
think it depends if you like them or not.
Yeah.
I feel
or maybe if it is a celebrity amateur, maybe you're excited though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a big Denny Hamlin fan, you're like,
or
this
if
is
you
awesome.
get a pretty much play
the course.
day before you
that's
actually
true.
compete. I feel like you got to like that.
Could be
It's
an
like if you got an
advantage to
extra
it.
practice in.
Yeah, it's like that, or if I get to run the Xfinity race
beforehand.
before my Cup
Oh,
race,
yeah.
I feel like that's almost kind of the
Similar.
same.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Kind of like doing a tire test somewhere. You get extra laps on a track.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
not necessarily
All
a
right.
bad thing.
Just extra seat time.
We figured that out. Don't even have to ask the pros.
We don't need the pros
We don't need
to
'em.
answer anything.
We got JB's, giant brains.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of giant brains, before we get out of here, I don't know this. That was a terrible segue.
I was
Yeah, I was
like, are
like,
you
but
talking
how
about
is
the
this
brain
gonna-
inside of Miles the monster? Because it is
I was
a
going to
giant.
mention Miles and
The
new
news.
the new qualifying
that
news.
funneled down.
Okay.
Well, do you want me to?
Terrible
do you want me to
transition.
Well,
read it?
I was going to ask about the Golden Miles.
Oh, he's golden this year. It's
Yeah.
50th anniversary.
Oh yeah, that's like
That'd be cool.
how cool would it be to get the golden
hey,
one?
Sick.
Hey, Dover, I know you're listening right now.
Well, I'm just
Any
saying
chance
Ryan
we can
win
get
the
a
race
well,
and he gets
win the race, get the golden trophy. But if
maybe just a mini golden.
mini golden trophy,
Mini golden.
Yeah.
it could be fool's gold. Like we're cool with that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fool's gold.
But that news we were
fool's gold.
Can you imagine if it was real gold?
That would be heavy.
Super cool.
Expensive
Can you
trophy.
lift up this?
You will not be getting a copy of that trophy.
No. Sorry.
Gold?
Would the gold be heavier than like the stone they make it out of?
I don't know. I thought they had one of the heavier trophies is Dega because it's iron.
It's like cast iron.
Cast iron, yeah.
Doesn't gold weigh a lot though?
Yes.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
The weight of gold is heavy.
I have no idea.
$1 million
Beyond me.
I love gold.
Shall we
Smoking a pancake?
mention?
Yeah, we should.
Do you want me to read this?
Yes, you read it, Kimberly.
So
you
the
have it.
news that Ryan was alluding to.
We're going to single car qualifying.
So for
Hey,
all three
there it is,
national
right there.
series, yeah.
Pretty much what we're going to.
Qualifying moves to
get down
single
to.
car, single round format, which is good.
Uh-huh.
Instead of that being whenever we went to single car at the super speedways and we had 2 rounds of single car,
Yeah, I don't like
was
that.
like, what were we doing? But this is single car, single round at all tracks except road courses.
Road courses are still group qualifying.
Time saver, I feel like that.
Yep, it is a time saver. I'm not gonna, I don't need to go into details about the track length. Qualifying order, though, is determined by previous races' qualifying results. For example, in the Monster Energy Cup Series, the top 20 qualifiers from the previous race will draw to take their qualifying lap in positions 21 through 40. The remainder of the cars will draw to qualified positions 1 through 20. What does that do? You tell me, Ryan. What's the point of that?
I would personally just like it just
A draw?
like they used to, just draw.
I mean, is there an advantage? I guess if you want to go later, if it's like that time of day where the sun could be like.
Yeah, so like when we qualify like Charlotte and Texas where the sun's setting.
Yeah. Michigan, sometimes you see that.
Yeah, sometimes, but that might help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I could see that, but I just thought it was cool. It's like the luck of the draw, 1 through 40.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a bad pill draw, just so be it. You go out first or whatever. But no, it'll be. I mean, the fans wanted it. Fans are always talking about what a cluster it was, and
Yeah,
drivers
except for
were
the
complaining
fans
about
wanted
it.
group qualifying when we had single car, I thought.
Yeah, and now they want group qualifying back when we had single car, even though they were complaining about it. But make up your mind. But no, it's something new.
Yeah.
Debuting
At
this weekend.
Dover.
At the Dover.
Dover Downs.
The Dover Downs.
You guys going to Dover Downs? You
yes.
guys going to gamble a little bit, huh?
I will not be there. I got a reenactment
I'll
this
be there. I
weekend.
got to figure out if I'm working Monster Energy. Yep, I will be working that qualifying. So I'll be
Nice.
talking to you probably, because that's the thing about single car qualifying.
You can talk to
talk
more
to
people,
way
yeah.
more people, which is good and bad.
Yeah, well, yeah.
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 I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie. This show today has been pretty fun.
It's been different.
It's been different, but sitting back when you guys were, when it was you, Ricky, and Kyle just talking about racing,
Yeah.
like that was probably one of the cooler conversations that I think we've had on here, personally.
Okay.
Because it was just a natural, laid-back, 3 dudes talking about going fast.
Are you trying to say that you don't like our off-racing content, Chuck?
I do. Oh, no, I love the off-racing content. I love it when we sweat, or when we laugh so much that we sweat. Like,
yeah.
it's good. But for the fans at home, somebody tweeted, it's like, after that race,
Oh, they did want to talk about
I
the
want to
racing.
hear some racing content. And I think we gave them exactly what they wanted,
Yeah.
and then some.
We're just giving people what they want.
What they
Exactly.
want.
That's what we
I think
do
we
here.
did this all wrong, though, because this should have been like the 19th hole,
Yeah.
meaning we should have had cocktails in our hands.
I
Shit.
screwed up.
Right?
Yeah.
Or a nice brewski.
Yeah.
We should have. I mean, we're
We got
essentially.
coolers and we got nothing
We
in
are
the coolers.
essentially the 19th hole right now. We did not have any adult beverages. It's a beautiful day. It would have been nice to have like a crisp Tom Collins or something.
We should have brought like
major epic fail.
like a mini green on this table, and there was a hole, and you got to roll your ball,
Ooh.
and if you make it,
You do a shot?
you got
Do
a shot.
That's a good idea.
Next time we're at
Next
Quail
time.
Hollow next year, 365 days from now.
Yeah.
They should do, well, I mean, I'm sure people will do when they're playing, but there should be a professional league of golfers that do something where they have to, like, take a shot or
So-
shotgun a beer before every hole.
There is a tournament in Charlotte coming up called the Can Open.
Yeah?
Where it's like there's craft beer at every hole, and I think they do a shotgun start, where the start of the tournament you shotgun beer. It's also a shotgun start, like everybody's spread out around the course. But then you can like take beer with you.
Yeah.
And, like,
which I don't know why. I mean, we were talking about shotgunning beers, and I know this is old news. I don't think we talked about it. You know the video of Clinton.
Yeah.
Caitlin Larson shotgunning beer, but then Dale answered, "What did you think, Ryan, of Dale's form in his shotgunning of the beer?"
That was okay. Dale doesn't shotgun beer very much.
Okay, I was like, he went a little bit slow.
Yeah, I mean, I've never understood shotgunning beer and racing for that. Just drink it.
Yeah,
I mean, because
just
Clinton
drink
did
your
it
beer.
in
or take a shot.
All of 2 seconds.
Take a shot of some
Yeah.
hard stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't like
hard
shotgunning
stuff.
beer because it's bubbly, and then what person feels good after they shotgun a beer?
No,
Fucking
I
zero.
don't like to shotgun beers.
I don't either. It's terrible. I know you burping and all that stuff, and you feel like ass. Just drink it, or take a shot of whiskey that doesn't make you like burp all the time.
I've never understood keg stands either. It's the same.
Me neither.
Same thing.
Oh, when
my
it's, like,
first
up
one.
your nose.
I did my first one at 30, so like that's.
Yikes.
Haven't done any since.
I did my first one
Yeah.
last year at Bubba's
Yeah.
birthday party. We had a 90s
Oh, I
party.
remember that.
And I did a cake stand for the first time. I had no idea what I was doing.
You know, you said a tournament where people like go shot for shot, like you take a shot and then you take a shot.
Oh, not like a shot
'Cause
for shot on like the course.
I've done that.
I'm saying like per hole.
Your game steadily decreases.
Yeah, that's the fun of it.
Like my buddy, his first tour in Afghanistan, he came home and we played golf, and like each shot on the back nine, like we took a shot.
Like a shot of hard liquor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to kill
Makers.
yourself.
We made it, and then we got back to the cars, and we're like, we need to call your mom to come get us.
I could see like a gulp of beer or like
we did that,
a
but
shot for every hole, but a shot for a shot.
well, it wasn't like full shot for shot. It was like every drive was a
okay.
shot.
So every time
and
you
then
teed off.
Every time you teed off, it was a shot, but then you were taking a sip of beer with the like swing of the club.
Chipping
chipping and putting. Yeah.
I'd be face down by about hole 6.
9 holes.
I would not
9 shots.
be very good at that game.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
I'll just drive the cart.
Yeah,
I'd be pissing into
I was
the,
a cart girl
into the
in
hole.
grad school.
Yeah?
I served the beverages.
Served?
Yeah, at North River Golf and Yacht Club in Tuscaloosa.
You pointed at me like
I
I
don't
know
know.
what that is.
I don't know.
I have
Your
no
sister
idea.
goes there currently.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time you spent out in Tuscaloosa. If you've made it yonder.
I've only been to the college pretty much a couple times, but
North River's really pretty. Anyway,
yeah, that's about
if you
it.
ever get to those parts, it's a nice course.
It is a nice course, and it is a nice day outside. And you mentioned
It
that we haven't had any cocktails or drinks, but
So-
maybe
So
we
I
could go.
vote we kind of go get
Yeah,
one
let's
and
go
then
get
the
one.
show
I think
right
that's
now.
what. Let me
wrap
me.
this up and get some cocktails.
Yeah, there's the music.
Okay, we still got 4 more minutes left until we go.
We can wrap it
Jesus.
up. Sorry, no, I should have done that
It's
when I
fine.
said the thing, but it's also a little bit delayed. Did you watch the Barstool Instagram TV that you made a cameo in?
I did. I was walking down the boulevard. After the big one, I went back to go get a jacket.
Yeah.
And Portnoy was doing his little walk up and down the boulevard, and I saw him, and I made a little cameo.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't
nice.
watch it yet.
Boyer made a cameo in it, and then just all of the Boulevard people, which explains what he was talking about on the podcast last week. It really is drastically different here than it was in the infield at Talladega.
Do you think, could you imagine if the Talladega vibe was here right now?
Oh my gosh.
I think that would be awesome.
Did you
That'd be
walk
great.
down the boulevard and see that one? It was like a statue of a dog, but it had a large male organ on the dog, and every time you walk by, and it had a cheese head, like a Wisconsin cheese head, when you walk by and they press something, and so something shot out of the dog's wiener.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I was
Let's
pissed.
see that.
Not really, but I was like,
So was the dog.
what just came out of that? Yeah.
Anyway,
good fun.
rate
Anyway.
and review on iTunes.
Yeah, good thing to end the show on.
Like us on Facebook.
Bye.
Do other stuff. There's still a little bit left in the song.
Yeah, I know you're trying to stall right now.
Trying to
but-
stall a little bit.
and,
Oh, yeah.
But here we go. Get a tea.
We have merch.
Arnold Palmer.
Tiger.